Sean Haney here with RealAgriculture.com, and I'm at Canada's Outdoor Farm Show in Woodstock, Ontario, and right now I am joined by...
Margaret May, Regional Program Lead with Ontario Soil and Crop.
Margaret, it's great to see you. We've definitely had you on the site before. You're a great friend of the site. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Okay, let's talk about a program that you're involved with. What is it?
So the newest program Soil and Crop gets to deliver is called GLASI, so the Great Lakes Agricultural Stewardship Initiative, and it's kind of compared to an onion. So it rolls out in layers. We get little bits at a time. The official launch was last February at our annual meeting. Now we're into kind of the meat of the program. So it allows producers to do a farmland health checkup in cooperation with their certified crop advisor. So there's a booklet that's filled out. Whole series of questions, so you're going to need to come prepared with your soil tests, your fertilizer use, your herbicide, your yields, what kind of erosion issues you've got. Obviously your soil types come into that, and then from there, what are you going to do to make improvements? And then once you've done that, which costs you nothing, by the way, the program pays for your CCA's time to sit and do this with you.
Free!
Right? So that's a big deal. And it's your farm, so you know the answers. It's not a hard thing to do. I get the time is tough, right? But you got to sit and do it with a CCA, 3 hours.
Okay. No, there's not a pass-fail, there's no test?
There's no test, there's no pass-fail. And between you and the CCA, you kind of decide what your remedial actions are going to be. So GLASI as a program is targeted to reduce the phosphorus loadings to the Great Lakes. So these are things that reduce erosion, reduce water runoff, reduce fertilizer use, or not necessarily reduce, but more strategically place fertilizer use. Because we don't want that algae bloom in Lake Erie. That's the whole aim of this.
So I go through the program, the 3 hours with the CCA, it's my farm, I work through it, I leave with an action plan, then what? I leave with a certificate, or I leave with...
You leave with a completed action plan. And that allows you to access the Farmland Health Incentive Program, which has some dollars to implement those things that you decided you should do on your farm. And depending what things you do and where you do them, there's various levels of cost share. So again, it's like an onion, right? And I know it's hard to grasp your head around it, but if I'm going to do one thing that's generally good for soil health, it's 35% cost share. That's okay.
Wow.
If I'm going to do something that's identified as an issue on my farm, on a farm that I submitted through the Farmland Health Checkup, it's 50%. And if I do some bonus things like create pollinator habitat or, try something innovative that's not necessarily proven, I get some more cost share, right? So we can get you up to 75% cost share to a max of $25,000.
So one of the questions I know I'm going to get, I might as well just ask it. Does something like tiling your land count in this?
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
But
erosion control structures will, and sometimes you need some bigger tile in order to access that erosion control structure. That will. Things like fertilizer placement, things like modifications to planters, things like seeding cover crops, seeding some pollinator habitat, buffer strips along water courses. There's a lot of things in here that will work. The ticket is you have to do the Farmland Health Checkup before you can access the cost share. And you need an EFP deemed appropriate. But everybody knows you already need an EFP for everything anyway, so just get that done.
If I want more information, where do I go?
OntarioSoilCrop.org. And I'm sure the link will be posted on the website.
We'll also post it in the story of this post as well, so you can look in the story for the link. So thanks a lot, Margaret, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thanks, Sean.